then seek out maybe some other therapy just to kind of get perspective and then to know that you're not alone. There are many other people like you. There are many other people who struggle with trying to um
I even have like DMs of him talking to management companies, like trying to decide whether or not they were good. I just like that one, just like, I was just like shocked. I was like, man, he really just is really mean. I don't
he's
know how
very
to
mean. Yeah,
explain
he's
it.
very vindictive. Very narcissist. All the things that I know are true. And he's not changing his behavior. He's not sorry because he continues to exhibit all the characteristics of it.
Retarded all the time.
Yeah. Well, in his community, it's a weird relationship. Obviously, you know how this works with content creation, right? A lot of times, it's not going to backfire for his community, and that's why he's not canceled. But all these other people who would be canceled are not getting canceled. They have this very loyal base that believes what they say and to spin everything to his advantage.
Man, being in that situation was rough because he had literally told me, had me write a list out of everything he thought was wrong with me and give it to a doctor, and they got me on medication, and it made me really sick. I should not have let anyone convince me of that, which
Hmm.
is insane. Because now that I'm out, I'm obviously not on any of that stuff. I've been doing a lot better. It's just the reason I got so like sick is because when you're with somebody that makes you feel awful, that is to the extent I thought there was something wrong with me. It's insane.
And this is indicative, and that is indicative of guilt. That is indicative of someone who feels like they're going to get exposed. He knew that you finally were waking up to it, and that eventually you're going to come public or talk to somebody, which you already did. Obviously, you said that already. Talk to your two
Yeah,
friends.
talk.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right, right. So he knew that, and he wanted to get out of it as soon as possible. And then he knew that eventually, this would happen. And he's been waiting for it because he knows public perception is his biggest win. And that's why he's not going the legal route because he doesn't want all this information out. He knows that he knows in the court of public opinion he's going to win most likely, but in the court of law, he has a higher chance of losing, and that's not a
yeah,
chance because he's not cancelable. He's not going to get canceled. His loyal fan base is either too young or too ignorant, naive, brainwashed, dumb, potentially, some of them, potentially, to do that. They all believe in him. And so he knows that. And he's going to leverage that as long as he can. It's what Dr. Disrespect is doing. Leveraging that. And he's made money off Rumble now because of it, to his great success. It's unfortunate. But these men are so powerful. And you're so brave for coming out right now and
people who keep saying, "Why didn't you go to the cops? Why didn't you tell anyone?" Right? I did.
really,
Full investigation. I'm really close friends with one of the CEOs. He then later told me, "Yeah, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I don't think they're really doing anything with that." So I did try to do things the right corporate, quote unquote, corporate way. So
and that rarely works. And that's what people don't understand is that
yeah,
a lot of these HR or internal reviews they often don't actually lead to anything.
a whole meeting about how they were planning on removing a couple years ago.
And I think if I'm gonna be honest with you, I think you saying that implies that because you hear things, right? So even if let's say in their internal investigation proves that there's no real evidence, and unless you come out with these allegations
Like,
or these
I did it because I wanted to leave a trail. If she leaves the trail, I mean, three girls. I mean, at that point,
well, let's
that's all
hope it is
about.
not. Well, right, obviously, we want to end it. We want to
Yeah,
end it, and hopefully, she's not, a victim. And hopefully, for whatever reason, he's decided to wise up. Which, I'll be honest with you, people don't change overnight, so I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Statistically speaking, it's unlikely.
the reason why is I had a friend who, because obviously all of our friends are connected. She went over to his house and she told me he is treating her the same way, calling her retarded, belittling her, and stuff like that when they were playing games. And that's why I was like, mm-mm, that is not okay. you know?
Yeah, no, he always uses that word. He uses it so liberally, um, that it makes it seem like it's not, a word associated with derogatory terms, which it is, obviously. And you can choose
Well,
the
I mean,
word.
if somebody's your girlfriend or somebody you love, you don't
You don't
call
call
them
them that,
stupid and stupid.
right? You don't.
You treat them like a
A
human.
person, right? It's crazy. I don't like. I get it because, like I said, I've lived adjacent to this. I have a brother that has very similar characteristics. I know how it works. I've seen how it all kind of goes, and the very similar tactics that my brother used is the same that's being used on you, and it's unfortunate. And it happens to a lot of people, and they rarely change. And unfortunately, a lot of people can get hurt and become victims. But at the same time, you're out of it, and now you get
Yeah.
to make some healthy choices. Um, and I hope that you're able to overcome that and
And
move
like I
forward.
said, best friend, he sells like lean and marijuana. Um,
What's lean? I don't know these hip
it's
terms.
like cough syrup and what is it? It's mixed with, I think, what is it called? Um,
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
what
prescription
what is
medication.
it called that people use for pain meds? What are those drugs called?
Oh, oxycodone,
Yeah, yeah,
Percocets, those kind of
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really? That's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
That's why I have to show
people
an
he
ID at a
involves himself with,
pharmacy.
it kind of scare the shit out of me.
Sure, yeah, that's fair. You never know what people's motives and agendas are, and you have to always look at, say, well, why would somebody hang out with somebody like that? And like you said, maybe it's just for drugs. Maybe that's all it is for. But when there's drugs, there's usually what? Sex. It's usually they go hand in hand. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
um,
I don't want to get involved. I don't know anything
I
about
know
it.
that. I know that.
Because
I'm
like
just
I don't
gonna
want to say anything that I don't know. Those allegedly, I
allegedly.
don't know.
Yeah, you've made it very clear. No, 100%. All right.
Okay.